seconds out.
A championship fight that has already started with a squabble in the dressing room. The Zurlo camp have had a highly technical argument about the way the bandages should be put on. It's been resolved, but they're far from happy. They've also had a little row about the gloves in the centre of the ring just before the fight. They insisted on tossing to see who got which pair. So Franco Zurlo, the holder of the title, tall man from Brindisi, 30 years old, making his fourth defence of this European title against the man who's never won the European title, Alan Rudkin from Liverpool, 29 years old.
Right.
Well, that was a stumble and nothing more. Well, it's very clear from the reach advantage that Zurlo's got that he's going to try to keep this at long range. And Rudkin, of course, is going to have to work hard to get inside. German referee Herbert Tomzer. Two men who are well used to going 15 rounds and will be pacing themselves over that distance. Fairly quiet opening round, as one might expect in a 15-round championship battle. 5'4" Alan Rudkin, 29 years old, 46 professional fights, won 39, lost only 7, and 6 of those 7 defeats have come in major title fights. A quiet start then. Nothing yet to indicate the troubles both men will suffer before this championship is over. The next 3 rounds also go by quietly, with Zurlo, the champion, restrained and apprehensive. So 4 rounds completed, and the advantage very much with Rudkin. Zurlo getting a reputed £4,200 for this fight. He's already earned something like £66,000 in the ring. Rudkin, of course, has made far more than that. Does a good right hand, a quick right hand from Zurlo. Quick to see that chance. Sign of beginning confidence perhaps in Zurlo. He hasn't shown much so far. Crash of heads and Zurlo blinks and grimaces. And he was hurt, but it was done with the head. He slips, and he has difficulty getting up on that left leg that's been strapped up. And he's trying to signal that he's got a bit of trouble with that left knee. And Zurlo doesn't look at all happy. And there's the bell, and he hops back to his corner. He hops back, limps back to his corner. And now they're going to work on that left leg. He's had trouble with that in training. Came in with it strapped up, and now they've whipped the bandage down from the knee, and they're getting to work on it with massage. So the first sensation of this European Bantamweight Championship fight, the left leg of Zurlo is giving him trouble, and if he isn't mobile, then Rudkin is really going to catch up with him. Referees walk to the corner, and Zurlo's complaining. Is he going to come out? He's not looked happy from the very start. He's been apprehensive all the way through, and he's never really got going. And out he comes, and he's still limping. And he can hardly stand up, it seems to me. Now, how is this man going to box if he can't use his left leg properly? And this surely now is where Rudkin will begin to open up. There's no mercy at this game, and Rudkin wants that title. And Zurlo can hardly use the left leg at all. And what irony this all is, because the manager of Rudkin is Bobby Neal, and Bobby Neal once had just that sort of trouble in the ring with his left leg. Zurlo still flexing the knee. And Rudkin is really going after him now. As of course he's got to, Rudkin's got a cut. Rudkin is cut on his left eye. And Rudkin's blood is smeared high up on Zurlo's head. It might well be that the Italian's cut as well. There's been a crack of heads. Rudkin's left eye is certainly gone, and I think Zurlo may be cut high up on the head as well. So after a quiet opening, this championship fight now has really developed into a savage battle between these two. And there's a lot of blood flying about now. Rudkin's cut doesn't look at all good. It's right across the eyebrow. What a tragedy if this little man from Liverpool were to lose his chance yet again on a cut. Zurlo's cut, I think, high up on the head. It looks to me as though he's got a cut somewhere up in the scalp. We've got half a minute of this round left. Good right hand from Rudkin. Just a few seconds left of this round now, and they're both going to need some repairs. Rudkin seconds, dash into the corner to get to work on a rather nasty looking cut over that left eye. Well, now neither of these boxers has really got time to hang about, because this fight is unlikely to go the distance, with both of them cut and with Zurlo's left leg in trouble. And an inspector from the border control moved into Zurlo's corner to ask what they're using on that injury on the head. They were squeezing something from a tube and he wants to know what it is. So the fight that started quietly has really opened up. Rudkin knows that he must stay on top and he must try to win this quickly. Top of the guard of Zurlo. Rudkin going for the win. This man's wide open to a right hand. He misses with a wild swing and falls over. What an unhappy man Zurlo is tonight. And he flexes the left knee again. He's forced Zurlo to stand there and fight with him. Well, it was a pretty torrid round, but Rudkin won it all right, and he won it on the strength of his right hand. The injury reopened, but not seriously. And we've just heard that board officials have confiscated the tube of ointment, or whatever it was, that they were using on Zurlo's head wound. Rudkin must be seeing his chance now. That right hand through again and again. A lot depends on how well the eye stands up. And again, a lot depends on how well Rudkin can make himself go 15 rounds if he has to. Zurlo certainly has not yet really come into this fight. Good pumping right hand underneath from Rudkin. What a good little pro Rudkin is. He's seen the way to get at this man, and he's really concentrating on it. There's a lot of blood on Rudkin's face. I don't know where it's coming from. It isn't in the place where he's cut again, I think. It looks to me as though Rudkin's other eye has gone. There is a lot of blood on Rudkin's face. He is streaming blood, and I'm sure it's not coming from the original cut. And all these cuts have been done with cracks of heads, I feel, and not with punches. Rudkin really has got to try to nail this man. Well, if the sight of that face of Rudkin isn't giving Zurlo confidence, nothing will. Zurlo coming right back at Rudkin, and Rudkin in a really bad state as he goes back to his corner. And we're trying to see now where the damage is done. It's difficult to tell, there's so much blood there. We know that he's cut on the left eye, but it looks to me as though he's cut somewhere else, and he's cut up on the head as well, the same as Zurlo is. Now that's the indication that these heads are cracking together again and again. That's where he's cut, right up on the skull.
Rudkin is suffering, but nothing like the extent to which Zurlo is hurt. The Italian's knee is hurt, his ribs are hurt, his face is hurt, and as rounds 9 and 10 go by, his confidence is immeasurably hurt. By round 11, Zurlo has very nearly had enough.
Seconds out, round 11.
So there are 5 rounds to go, including this one. And Rudkin is absolutely on top. And this European title is there for him if he can only keep it up. This is one of the best fights Rudkin's ever had, I would think. He's done such a technically excellent job on the man. He's found out Zurlo's weaknesses, and he's really played on them all the way through the fight. And Zurlo's in trouble, and he's cut again. And he's lost heart. Zurlo's lost heart in this fight. The blood pouring down his face. He's cut underneath the right eye, and he's cut up on the scalp. And Zurlo has completely lost heart. The 11th round. And Zurlo's been under constant bombardment now for 3 rounds. Rudkin has never let him off the hook at any time. Keep that head up again to Zurlo. And the Italian now in desperate trouble, and the title surely slipping away from him. good right hand into the body of Zurlo. And Zurlo won't go very much further if this sort of pressure keeps up. Almost down. Rudkin's really got his man going now. 30 seconds of the 11 going, and Zurlo looks out of the ring, looking for help, and he's not going to get any help. And his leg's gone again, slipping and sliding all over the place. And Rudkin's on his way to the championship. And that was the worst round that Zurlo's had, and he's had some bad ones. And he's saying to the corner, I don't know what I'm going to do about this. It's written all over his face. He doesn't know where he is or what he's doing, and they're calling the referee, and I think he's going to quit. It looks as though he's going to quit. They're trying to attract the attention of the referee. They're calling him over and saying, no, we're finished. The sign language is plain enough. He wants to pack it up. His head's too bad. They're pointing at Zurlo's head, and Tom's is saying, what are you turning it in for? Is it the head or the leg? And it's over. It's all over. And Rudkin is the European bantamweight champion at long, long last. And what a job this man, 29 years old, has done here tonight. One of the greatest performances of his amazing career. He wanted this title, and at last he's got it.